Hey friends, this is Mikey and JJ. Today we have a very special day. Today, Mikey and I are going to go to a new store that has opened in our village. It's just incredible.
JJ, can you tell me more about what kind of store it is? I haven't been there yet, and of course I don't know what they sell.
It's a car and motorcycle store. We'll be checking them out and testing them today. It's going to be incredibly cool.
Whoa, really? I really wanted to try riding new cars and motorcycles, if they're not too expensive.
Let's go inside and see what's even going on. Hey, we came here to buy some really cool cars and motorcycles.
Mikey and JJ, it's good to see you. In our store, you can buy literally anything you want. We have very rare cars and motorcycles that you can't get anywhere else. It's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be really very interesting for our friends. We need to go home and get the money. I want to buy these cars.
Mikey, you're totally right. We don't have a lot of money, but I want to afford the most expensive cars possible. In that case, we'll be able to show our friends a lot of stuff. A lot of interesting cars and the way they drive. The whole big problem is that Mikey has a very rundown house and probably won't have enough money for something very cool. But we'll take a look and appreciate it.
There's nothing wrong with that, JJ. I'll ride what they give me, even if it's very funny. I still want to show it off.
We're just evaluating the level of everything we have. So, rich cars and poor cars, it's very cool.
Let's pay as soon as possible. I took my money too, and it's blocks of dirt. I should be given the coolest car.
Friends, Mikey will use the poor cars, and I'll use the rich cars. We'll test which ones drive better and perform better.
Let's get the keys as soon as possible so we can ride them all. I'm sure there will be something very interesting there.
Mikey and JJ, thank you for using our store. Now, we're ready to provide you with all the keys you want. JJ takes the cars and motorcycles from the left side, Mikey from the right side. Have a great test.
So Mikey, let's go as fast as we can. This is really very interesting because we don't know what is in these garages. If there's really cool transportation in there, I'll just be glad we bought the keys to them. Let's go ahead and check it all out.
Mine first! JJ, look at this! It's a car from a very old cartoon. You have to drive it with your feet.
Ha ha ha, Mikey, this is unbelievably cool. I really remembered that old cartoon, and I'm glad you remembered it too. It really was a long time ago, but I can tell you that it looks incredibly cool and unusual. I would buy a car like that for myself.
That's really true. It drives quite easily. It goes into corners and has a pretty good speed. Moreover, it helps me to move.
Mikey, look here. I got an incredibly cool car here too. Now that's one I definitely drive. I love that I can open literally anything I want in here. Doors, hood, trunk. It's going to be incredibly fun to test drive it. I can tell you that these garages will have literally everything we could use in our normal lives. So the level and quality of the cars will be top-notch. Even Mikey's. I feel like we'll be able to pick at least something for ourselves by the end of it.
That's 100%, because we're going to need a good car to drive around the countryside or to the city. I don't really want to walk with my feet. I get very tired of it. So we'll take one of the cars for sure. We just have to figure out which one.
Let's try a ride. It could be really very interesting for us. Something new at least. It's my first time in this car.
JJ, be careful. If you crash into it, you'll definitely destroy us. You have to drive very carefully. Please.
Don't be so scared, Mikey. I'll do everything in the best way. I just need a little time to adjust and get used to it. The problem is the further we go through this garage, the better cars are waiting for us. It's really true. It's going to get better from here. Friends, but before we go any further, don't forget to subscribe to us and give us likes. Your support is very important to us.
The more likes you give, the more cool videos we'll have. And of course, your activity will help us decide who wins this battle. JJ's expensive cars or Mikey's poor cars. This is a really important vote for us. After all, we are fighting.
Wow, I really enjoyed the experience of driving these cars. I'm anxious to see what happens next. Mikey, show more of your cars.
That means we need to go back as soon as possible. And of course, look around there. It's so good that we made it to the end in this car.
Even though we don't have much driving experience, we can still enjoy the cars together with Mikey. I really like the fact that we are going to test new and cool cars now. They will all be different and interesting, starting with design, ending with speed.
I really hope we can see everything very soon. Although, as that man said, we have a lot of different cars and motorcycles. We need to check them all out.
That's That's really right. After all, I personally spent a lot of money to buy myself access to all these cars. It's too bad they're on loan.
Temporary? Does that mean we need to check them all out as soon as possible? That really sounds very bad indeed. How are we going to make it in time?
Mikey, don't worry so much. We'll get there in time. The most important thing is to show new machines all the time and hope that there will be something interesting. I think that's what we're going to do. We won't spend too much time on all this, and then we'll see how it goes. If we find something really cool and useful, we'll just take it away.
Okay, JJ, whatever you say. Then we'll go from one door to the next and hope there's some incredible transportation. JJ, look, this is incredibly funny. It's a cart being pulled by some weird guy. It's just unbelievably funny.
And it's called a car or a bike? That's just incredibly weird transportation. I really hope it's fast.
It's really fast. I can safely say it's very cool. You definitely can't find anything cooler than mine.
Let's have a race with your cars. I'm sure mine will be much faster than yours. Let's go to the straightaway. Now run or drive.
This looks really weird, but I like it. That's why we're going to keep going and look at it all. We just have an incredible amount of stuff. I don't think we'll have time to look at it all in today. I mean, it's really cool and important to us. I want to find a car as soon as possible and buy it, because all the stuff we've seen is just something incredible.
Yoo-hoo, I won this race. I was able to prove to Mikey that even here I can beat him. It was really easy.
But we had a lot of fun. This vehicle is really one of my favorites from this list. But the further down the list, the more fun they'll be.
Yes, it really is. Let's go as fast as we can to my place and see what's even here. I'm sure I just have a nice and fast car.
You'll probably buy one of your own. They really are the simplest but most effective. There's no test or feature. There's no such thing.
Mikey, why don't we just compete? Your poor cars against my expensive ones. Whose will our friends choose? I think mine are just a little better, but yours are more fun. That's why your friends might be on your side.
That's really a very difficult question. Yours are very hard to handle, but they're much faster than mine. But mine are better at driving. But let's put it this way. Whoever wins this challenge of awesomeness will take literally all of their opponent's diamonds. If I win, I'll take all your diamonds. And if you do, you have one wish that I must fulfill at all costs.
Yes, that's a really good offer. I'll take it. I'm sure my friends will choose me. After all, everyone loves speed.
I think my friends will choose creativity. After all my cars are different from each other. It gets better from here.
I'm sure that somewhere down the road I'll have an incredible vehicle that will destroy you. That's 100%.
That's why I decide what I do and how I do it. It's really important. My cars are incredibly cool, and that's a fact.
You can't beat me for one simple reason. Your car can't do what I want it to do right now. I'm gonna drive into your house.
Oh no, stop right now! JJ, what have you done? You didn't have to drive full speed into my house. That's terrible.
It was really fun. I liked it. But what if you're competing against me? You have to consider literally everything. All the pros and cons.
All the other doors I can open and of course take whatever I want. It's going to be really fun to watch that. Let's move on. I hope there's something very interesting in there. Something that I can surprise our friends with and get them to vote for me.
Oh, that's bikes. It's really something new. I'm really interested to see how they'll ride. After all, this is unusual transportation for us.
JJ, look at this. They're really just perfect. I might even get myself a bike because it's incredibly cool to handle and ride.
That's a really good idea. But the biggest problem with a bike is that you can crash on it. And that's very dangerous.
Yeah, it puts me off. After all, I don't want to get into any trouble in the middle of nowhere. I want to ride safely in the village.
That's why you better find something safer. Because then you'll have health problems, Mikey. And we don't want that. Okay, friends, we're off to open our next door. I think there really is something incredibly cool in there. We're going to be looking at it.
If there's nothing cool in there, I win this contest 100%. Because you sure can't come up with anything interesting.
We'll see about that. This time, it's definitely going to be an incredibly cool car. I'm sure you'll like it too.
Hurry up and get it! I'm excited to see what it's going to be like.
Don't rush me! It should be a really cool car. I think it will beat all your previous ones in one go. Here, check it out. Whoa, Mikey, look! This is no ordinary car. It's got some cartoon stickers on it. It's really, really cool.
Wow, it's a really cool and stylish car. If it goes fast, it's really my biggest rival. But there's a lot I haven't shown you yet.
I'm sure our friends will really like it a lot. After all, we used to do something like this very often. Our battles are constant. Right now, I'm experiencing that feeling again. It's really very interesting when you're riding something so incredibly weird.
I totally support what you're saying. I wanted to experiment. That's why I did the whole thing. It really looks very, very cool to me. Our friends will definitely have to vote for me, and in my favor. After all, I'm trying my best to show them something fun. Isn't that cool?
It's a fair fight, where anyone can win. But only our friends judge our cars and bikes. Let's move on and watch the whole thing. That's why if I win, I'll totally leave Mikey with no diamonds. He doesn't have very many anyway. But it'll still be fun.
Either you vote for me and I'll take all the expensive cars and diamonds away from JJ. That would be really fair. Because in that case, any mockery of my poor cars will be punished. I'll have everything I ever wanted, and I'll be able to buy any car I want.
Whoa, Mikey, it's a unicycle. Ha ha ha, it's really a lot of fun. Are you really determined to beat me with this? No one's going to vote for you?
You underestimate me and my cars. That's definitely going to be your main problem. Look at them. It's unbelievably cool.
Well, that's not for us to decide. Let them choose. But your bike does look really, really cool, Mikey. I'm willing to give you respect for it.
Thanks a lot, JJ. I tried really hard to make it unique. As you can see, I've gotten pretty good at it. Gotta keep it up on this one.
It's really a very strange car and bike, but I like it. Let me try to catch up with you. Oh, that was really very dangerous.
We'd better not crash so we don't create a problem situation. We still have a lot more to go. I want to see as much as I can. JJ, let's go as fast as we can to your garage. I've been wondering what you have in there. A new sports car?
I think the sports car will be at the very end. Right now, I'm going to have a cool pickup truck. It's really, really, really cool. I want to check it out.
Whoa! It's a really incredibly cool car. I can really say that I would really like her a lot. I love her style and the way she looks.
Everything in it is already maxed out. It's the best car I've ever had. Well, one of many. That's why I've already prepared.
I'd really like to drive a car like this myself. But I probably won't be able to. Let's see JJ drive it. You know how to drive it, right?
Yeah, Mikey. The most important thing is to sit next to it and not try to get in the trunk. That's a really big problem. You can't hold on.
Let's give it a try. Even though I'm a little scared, we still have to try out JJ's cool car. There's no other way. Just go somewhere straight.
Oh no, I skidded and crashed right into the trees. Okay, we tested the car and it's really, really cool. Let's fly back as fast as we can.
Are you serious? That's what I've been telling you, friends, that JJ has no driving skills at all. This is really funny looking.
Mikey, look at what I've created. It's a real cab. It's very, very old. It's even got a few seats.
Whoa! This is really, really cool transportation. I wouldn't mind riding in it with you. It would feel really cool.
The most important thing is not to crash any more of these cars and bikes, because we'll be in for a lot of money.
That's okay, JJ. We'll show our friends a couple more cool cars, and then we can go on vacation. But first, we have to show them off.
Let's do it as fast as we can and show our friends. Jump on me and we'll go. This is going to be awesome. There are much more exciting adventures waiting for us.
JJ, be careful. This bike is not very stable. You'll drown it for sure. Oh no, what are you doing?
Friends, this is a really big problem. I've lost another bike. I'm going to have to pay for them all very, very much. But at least it's fun.
I really hope I don't destroy any of my cars. After all, even though they're worth little, I don't have that kind of money. I want to beat you.
It's good that you have such a goal. Go for it, only it will be just incredibly difficult. I swear to you, Mikey, what do you have left here anyway? I think you're out of cool cars. You're out of one that you can't beat me with. It's not gonna be real.
That's what you think, JJ. But I have a lot more cool cars than you do. Especially in the next room. Look at what I got.
Let's see what you're riding around in there, shall we? If it's not really cool, I win.
JJ, it's a real moon. And there's an Earth-shaped car in there too. That means I have incredibly cool cars.
Whoa, really? That's a real moon! That's just an incredibly original and cool idea! You could totally beat me with it!
Now I really think that the worse the cars are for the price, the cooler they are. Because you can come up with literally anything you want. In more expensive cars, you're bound to do speed and coolness, but definitely not originality. They all look alike to each other.
Yeah, you're really right about that, Mikey. All cars really do look like each other. It's just that some are better, some are worse. That's why I want to buy your whole garage. There are some really cool cars in there that we can use.
So I win? You said yourself that my cars are way cooler than yours. Yoo-hoo, I won! This is incredibly cool.
Yeah, Mikey, I admit defeat. All your cars were way better than mine. I even like them better in appearance. It's really unique.
I don't think the coolest cars were left at the very end. That's why there's no point in us watching them. Let's say goodbye to our friends already.
Yes, friends. We have really had a very huge look at all these cars. We showed them all and drove them all. So we're going to say goodbye to you. Goodbye, everyone, and we'll see you very soon.